Are you guys excited about this video? Well, I am. Because 1, I thought it was impossible for me to do the cursed kill room on 1 down in armor and with my usual challenge stuff like solo, no AI, etc. And I almost gave up, but I did it. Secondly, when I last checked YouTube, or rather like I checked 3 days in a row, no one else has managed to solo this without AI, so that makes me the only one. Awesome! But of course, before you get as excited as me, I'm sure most of you guys know that I don't exactly play like most players. I use many different tricks, and because of that, some call it not the proper way to play. But regardless, you're here watching, so let's get started. We'll start with the gameplay first, because I don't want to review my strategy yet. Following after that will be some quick tips, then I'll touch on my setup briefly, and then the strategy. There will be no commentary section this time round, because this video is more about tricks. Again, time skips can be found in the description, so for now, enjoy the gameplay.
This is why I came here. Yeah! This is it. Taser, motherfucker! Taser, taser, rat! Oh, the taser! Kill the taser! Hey, motherfucker! Put it up! Everybody, убей Россию! Handwork and see him, motherfucker! Handwork and see him! Handwork and see him, motherfucker! On your knees! Now come! Drop it! Drop your gun! Handwork and see him! On your knees! Hey, motherfucker! Put her out! Knees down! Come! Drop it! Drop it! On your knees! Calm yourself! Hey, faster, faster! Take cover, sniper! Get me sniper! Everybody say! Drop it! He's down! Drop yourself! Handwork and see him, motherfucker! Put on your gun!
Pick the backup snipers!
Those are killed! Oh hell fucking yes! Come on.
Let's get you fixed. Just got real. You're not down yet.
Those are out!
Stay calm. I've seen worse. Show this up. Stay alive, buddy.
What's up? Bombs away! Joker kill! Finally found it! She's down! Kill this here! Rasbios and shield! This is why I came here! Yeah! Give him to shoot! Hey, faster, faster! Shield, shield!
Keep your head down.
Enemy medic is no more! Kill the shield! Shit, that was insane! Dozer!
Whew, that was intense, wasn't it? The bulldozers and snipers could have wrecked me, so I didn't take the risk to kill that last bulldozer. Luckily, the safe didn't spawn near the start point, and the vent wasn't in the worst location, so I had a bit of luck there. But anyway, stick around to hear me explain my strategy. Let us start with the tips. If you've watched my Halloween Heist 2017 explain, this should be familiar. Getting the mask only requires unlocking of safes, not securing of bags. So the last safe's bags need not be secured if you don't have time. And then there's the pumpkin, which I like to call the pumpkin bomb. Basically, there's only one of it, usable one time to clear the map of all enemies. It's like those old school 2D airplane shooter games with a super bomb. Just be sure to pick a right time to use it. For the setup, I'm just gonna do a brief one. So my deployables involves 2 sentry guns and an ECM. So jack of all trades is a must. Then comes my usual ICTV, shotgun, Berserker Frenzy for damage, and melee build for bulldozers. What I did differently this time round was to pick Unseen Strike for more damage output. I skipped on Counter-Strike since I wasn't running my last man cloaking mod, and also on Shockproof because I didn't have enough skill points. I'll put a slideshow of my skill build at the end of the video. Otherwise, you can also find a link to my build in the description. And now here's how I did it. I would like to explain my strategies in detail, but all the tricks that I've used here requires a proper video to do it justice. And I have more Halloween videos to be working on before Halloween's over. So I will be describing them briefly with minimal editing. And I promise, I will have full proper videos done up for them at a later date. Okay, so for the first one, there's no name to this sentry gun trick, but maybe I'll just call it sentry cheese. The first part of the trick is to put a sentry gun in a location where enemies can walk to but will not be able to shoot. They will end up trying to fight it but will instead stupidly aim at it almost indefinitely. The second part of the trick is that during the spawning process, some enemies will choose to go for the sentry and others choose to go for me. By repeatedly killing those that come for me, eventually it will reach the situation where all of the spawns are stuck at the sentry. So that's why you don't see me getting swamped. What about the second sentry that I brought? It's a backup in case the first one goes kaput. And the concussion grenades that I'm throwing are to protect the sentries for a bit, because the front door closes and exposes the sentry when we complete the loop. The ECM as well is to allow me to safely redeploy the sentry. I also place them close to the wall so that I can interact through it. And remember the pumpkin bomb? There were too many enemies at the front door, and picking the sentry back up might cause them to retarget me. So I tried to reset the heist back to its initial state. It's like a checkpoint feature that I saved up to use before the 4th and last save. And then there's a few lesser known tricks I use from here. This one is hard to explain just like that, but for those who know the difference between assault and reinforced enemies, I did on purpose leave one reinforced enemy alive and dominated him. This causes the location to not respawn since technically there is one reinforcement alive. The last trick here is that I played without bots and tried to dominate 4 regular assault enemies. Because for a solo player without bots, only a maximum of 21 assault enemies can spawn, and by dominating 4 of them, it leaves only 17 enemies running around on the map. And that's like a 20% reduction. Yup, so that's how I did what I did. If you ever won this on 1 down, you don't have to worry since there are no achievements for that. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed watching me play the not proper or not intended way. This is Unknown Knight here. Have a good day.